Hello knockouts, Tonya TKO here. And today, the title of today's video is Your Life Matters. This video is for people who may be struggling with self-worth issues, who may be having thoughts and ideas going through their minds about what value you have on this world, whether or not people would miss you if you were gone, struggling to find your space and your footing in life, in your career, in your family. And your life is not really looking like this picture perfect life that you read about in books as a child, or that other people look like they're living. And you may be having some thoughts which are not serving you to your highest good. So this video is for you. I am Tonya TKO. I'm a self-love specialist and relationship expert from TonyaTKO.com. 2 videos ago, we talking about what it is that you need. And for me, in order to be able to do these videos, these full-fledged lessons like that, I need your support. I wrote 2 books on my website about self-love. So if there's anything in this video that resonates with you and you want to know more, get the self-love book, share this video, and let's jump right into it. Self-love is my passion. For those of you who know my story, you know that 2 years ago, I was living in my car. I was facing public ridicule on the internet. People were lambasting and attacking me, and that's some of what we're going to talk about today. This video I'm dedicating to a subby of mine with really nice energy who contacted me today to tell me that she had had a stroke. Young lady too, 45 years old. And she'd had a series of smaller strokes up until last week when she had a full-fledged stroke. And so now she can't speak, but she can type. And so while I was brainstorming on ways that I could be of service and assistance to her, I sent her, she'd already pre-bought my self-love affirmations book. So I sent her the very first page to the book, and I'm going to keep sending her pages, each day so that she can do the affirmations. Those of you who also know my story, you know that while I was coming out of the displacement, in order to just keep putting one foot in front of the other, I decided to go to school to become certified in clinical hypnotherapy. And so I am certified, and I specialize in rewiring and rewriting the subconscious mind for self-love and living into your greatest, highest good. So in this book, the very first page in the book is Your Life Matters. And she said that she had a difficult time really believing this affirmation. And wow, you know what? It's this pains me because in this book of affirmations, I give the most powerful, most potent affirmations that I myself said to pull myself out of some really dark times. It's like when you start wondering whether or not anyone will miss you, what reason do you have to be here on earth? That's when you know that you have to reach out for help, for assistance. And me, I was able to use these affirmations to rewrite my subconscious programming and rise out of that state. Because your life does matter. Your life does matter. You know, so many of us, this is American dream. So many of us have this idea of the American dream with the 2 kids and the picket fence and the spouse who's all loving and supportive. And we got the 2 healthy kids, vibrant health, and we are making money to be happy and buy our house and our cars and our dreams, and we live happily ever after. Or so says the books that we've read as children, and so says the idea that we have going through the canals of this life. You know, I'll say this, I coach, right? And one thing that I will tell you is that nobody's life is perfect. Nobody's life is perfect. We all have something. We all have something. And I'm going to put AD up here. this American dream is a lie. It's a lie. Let me move this light so you can see the board. Okay. The American dream is a fallacy. How many of us are really out there truly living the American dream? How many of us are able to get the job that's making the money and it's like, you know what, I get so annoyed when I see these gurus who pop up in these Facebook advertisements who are talking about you know what, I don't want to go off on a tangent, but they're talking about how they got the answers. They got this. Oh, it's that. I know this. Go buy this product. Do this. And then you'll be, yeah, you'll be like me. And it frustrates me because even those people have problems. And it's like, the idea is that there's something wrong with us. I have these problems that nobody else has. Meanwhile, we're all looking towards the American dream of perfect health, being in whole of sound mind and bodies, and our children being of sound minds and bodies. But I'm telling you from coaching that this American dream is a lie. We all have stuff going on in our lives. We all have people in our family with health challenges, mental health challenges. We ourselves are having some sort of physical challenges or difficulties, or our health is not in optimal. First of all, 60% of Americans are overweight. So it's like, and if you ask, let me ask you all this question. I'm trying to see something. So answer inside of the comments. Let's talk about money. How many of you out there really know people who are living this American dream with no financial issues? They're doing good. They're financially stable. They're well-to-do. First of all, the majority of us in this country are living in debt slavery. All that stuff, the American dream with the house and the car, all of that comes on credit. And then we become indebted to the credit. People were making fun of me because 2 years ago, I was living in my car, and that's the thing that annoys me about this whole guruism and this stuff that we do looking outward. God, you know, we ain't even started talking about how your life matters yet. I'm sorry, I'm venting. People looking outward, thinking that other people have the answer. Thinking that other people's lives they're living this fantastic life that you just don't have access to. Let's just move on. Let's move on. Okay. How many of us really, I want to see in the comments, how many of us know people in our circle who are doing well? Most of the people that I speak to are having financial issues. They're struggling to make ends meet. They got health stuff that they're not able to pay for. They can't put it together. So then why is it that there's so many of us who are going through the same thing, but we just don't know? We just don't know. It's like, remember we talked about pretending. So many of us are pretending. So many of us are pretending that things are fine, that we're okay, that we got money, that everything is good. Meanwhile, deep inside, late in the midnight hour, you know what's really going on. And we're not coming together. We're not coming together to really commune about the issues that are going on, how we need to revolt against the system that be. Because our healthcare system, the way that we treat our sick, the ideas that we have about sick people, when each one of us is just one car accident, one bill too many away from losing it all. Come on, and on top of all of that, losing your own self-love too. Because it's like, it's easy to be in a good mood and chipper and click your heels together when you're feeling well, when things are going great. But what about when things start turning topsy-turvy, when everything is upside down? And then not only do you have to deal with all of that stuff coming from the outside, you got to deal with the issues that are happening to you mentally too. Attacking yourself, berating yourself, putting yourself down. We talk about this American dream and this spouse and this all-loving, unconditional love when we don't even have unconditional love for ourselves. So it's like when things are going wrong, that's when you need yourself the most. Let's go forward in the video. Let's go forward in the video. Because it's like Because it's like, even if you started out fully healthy, with your mental health intact, going to work in this rat race, before you know it, your health is gone, and you are subjecting yourself to a reality, to an existence where you are forcing yourself, and you feel the pains inside your belly, going to a job that you hate, living a life that you hate because you're in debt slavery. Lord, you know what? Let's go forward, because I wanted to talk about your life mattering. Let's get into that. Everything is related, and these are not just tangents. All of this is related. Everything. Okay, so I'm gonna write down these two names: Michael Newton, and Brian Weiss. Brian Weiss. You guys like my whiteboard? I put this up inside of my home for you all so that we can do these lessons. And like I said, if you enjoy these lessons, please support my books. My books are the ways that I'm able to do these lessons, and my books are very powerful. Can you see that? That says Michael Newton and Brian Weiss. When we talk about your life mattering, I want you to take a few moments to just go inside, to do a meditation, to really dive inward and just disconnect from your human self and really touch base with that spiritual part of you. The part of you that has been the same since you were a baby, and throughout all of the bodies that you've changed, all of your cells have changed and replaced, but there's that one part of you that has remained consistently the same. Touch into that part of you. And I want you to think about where it is that you were, that says LBL, life between lives. Where is it that you were before you came into this body, this particular existence as you know yourself to be? Where were you? Who were you? What made you decide to come here? So this is Life Between Lives, which is Michael Newton. And then Brian Weiss does the past life. This PL, past life, and LBL, life between lives. So the theory is that our soul is everlasting. The theory is that our soul is everlasting, right? That who it is that you are, you know what? Let's talk about this real quick. I talk about this in the book, right? Here's a flame. I want you to think about this flame, right? I think I did a good job of drawing that flame. Well, no, kind of like a tulip. Okay. This is a flame, okay? And I want you to imagine another flame. You know, if you take two candles and you touch them to one another, what happens? The separation between them goes. And you just have one flame now at this point. Because the flames cannot differentiate between where one flame begins and the other one ends. This is you and your energy. You are a ray of the light of God. You have God energy in you. You are God incarnate. All of us matter. All of our lives matter. We all incarnated onto this earth for a reason. We all came here for something. And I'm going to urge you, because it's like, this is what I believe happened. If you've done any past life regressions or studied about life between lives, etc., you start to see some similarities with your own thoughts and things that you know to be true. This is what I think happens, right? When you come into this life as a baby, this is a baby. I did a good job on that one, right? Well, it doesn't really have an arm. Okay, there we go. And when you come into this life as a baby, you can't talk, you can't walk, you can't really express yourself except telepathically. And it is my thought that when you come into life as a baby, you can't speak. And this makes you really upset. As you cry, you're upset because you have all of this wisdom and knowledge that you want to share, but you come into this existence where people are treating you like a baby and you can't talk. And then sooner or later, you forget. You forget why you came here. And then you spend the rest of your life attempting to remember, attempting to reconnect, but then you have all of these other issues that come into this existence as well. You got the health issues and the issues that your parents pre-programmed you with. You got the constraints of the physical human body, because our human bodies come with these things, these brains, and then we have the subconscious mind, and then the subconscious mind is programmed, and then we walk around with these programs and trying to fight our way out of these programs once we're adults. This is what I believe happens, and I implore you to look for the patterns. Look for the secret is in the pattern. What feeling have you felt over and over again? What situation have you found yourself in over and over again? These things are not happenstance. I believe in the journey of the soul. And I believe that we came into this life, when you start thinking about why it is that you chose to incarnate as you chose to incarnate. Me personally, I believe that I chose the life of a young lady whose mother would die when she was 19. I believe that I chose the circumstances. It's like a game of cards for those of you out there who play spades or any card game. You get the hand that you're dealt. These are playing cards. Let me draw a diamond and some puppy toes and whatever. Those are playing cards. You know what it is. And we get the alcoholic father. We get the muscular dystrophy. We get the child with autism. We get schizophrenia, mental illness. We get lack of able-bodiedness. We get all of these cards dealt to us. The childhood rape and molestation. We get these cards dealt to us. And then it's up to us. Excuse me, I'm sweating because the AC is not on and it's hot in California still. It's very, very hot. So, but you wouldn't be able to hear me with the AC on, but nonetheless. So, look for the pattern of feeling, the pattern of circumstances that you find yourself in over and over again. Because you get dealt you get dealt these cards. And it's like, oh, before we go any further, you guys know that I had a near-death experience in 2007. That's what led me on to YouTube. And so it has been my job and my duty since then to tap people on the shoulder to say, wake up, wake up. And this video, I hope, will plant the seed so that you will go looking for more information to wake yourself up. You are powerful. Oh, I wish that there was a way that I could transmute this into you through the computer, through the phone, through the TV, wherever you're watching me on. You are powerful beyond belief. You are powerful. When I came out of my near-death experience, I changed the machines inside the room and I commanded the blood to stay. I was hemorrhaging and I commanded the blood to stay. I changed the heart rate monitor. I altered all of those things. I know that we are powerful beings. Part of the human experience is being in the human body, and with the human body you have weaknesses. You have forgotten who it is that you are. Yes, your life matters. Your life matters. It matters to me. It matters to you. Why did you come here? Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Why did you come here? What is it that you wanted to get from this life? Why did you come here? You know how they talk about the memory, the DNA, how, you know how we have muscle memory, and in our DNA, if you think about a bird that falls out of its nest when it's days old, it falls out of its nest, it learns to fly, and it keeps on flying. How does that bird who had never received instructions know how to build the exact nest? I remember I was in the zoo once, And there were these intricate nests. I don't even know what type of birds they were, but they built these nests that looked like this. But the birds had left home when they were baby birds. I said, how? How did the bird know how to build that exact nest? It's embedded in your DNA. You have memory. You've brought all of the things that you needed to bring from your past lives into this one. What did you come here for? Reconnect back into your truth, back into your path. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Why did you come here? I'm tapping you on the shoulder right now. What is it that you wanted to get out of this life? What lessons did you want to take with you? What learnings? How did you want to grow? And I'm telling you, the harder the situations seem inside of your life, that just means that you must have done a lot before. That you come into this life in some particular circumstances and situations above which you would have to raise. I'm a self-love specialist. 2 years ago, I was displaced. I was living in my car. And all of those things that I had ever talked about self-love, all came full circle. All of it. Every single thing that I had ever talked to other people about, I had to implement again in my life. How did I rise out of that situation? How did I? And there were people who ridiculed me, who lambasted me and shamed me. But I'm telling you, I am better now. I am better. The things that I learned, gratitude, grace, acceptance. I am better now. I am more in line with my higher purpose and calling. I used to be ashamed of my YouTube videos. I did, because my videos were long and they were unedited. I was ashamed of my videos. When I took all my videos down, it was my goal to come back with fancy, edited videos that were worthy of being on the internet. I was ashamed of my videos. Though my videos had helped a lot of people, I was ashamed. What is it inside your life that you're taking for granted? Listen, I'm gonna get out of here because I want my videos to be about 20 minutes long so that it's manageable for you to watch on your evening commute or at the gym so you could get it right, get it tight. So listen, answer my questions. Let me hear from you. Let's stay in touch. I want to answer the questions. Do you know people who are living this true American dream? Why do we spend so much time pretending when all of us are going through similar situations? If only we could come together, there's strength and unity, but we're so busy looking and pretending as if there's this ideal that exists. Listen, our children get autism. Our children have mental illness. We develop physical ailments in this body in these lifetimes. It's all by design. What is it that you do with it? What is it that you do with it? Because listen, your time here on this earth is going to go regardless. Are you going to take the time to listen to your lessons, to wake up, wake up, wake up? And on that note, it was a hard video. I'm all sweaty, but I don't care. Hug me. Hug me. Hug me. Can you hug me? Okay, let's see. I'm going to pull you down. Hug me. Yes, 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 yes. Now go out there and love one another. But most importantly, what? Love yourself. That's right. Love yourself. Subscribe to my channel here on YouTube. Subscribe to my channel on Facebook. Share this video. Give it a thumbs up, a like, and leave a comment. Buy my books and support me so that I can be able to make more of these videos. Drop me a line and give me video topics for the future so that we can stay in touch. Oh, I'm so hot. All right, let me get out of here. It's almost 25 minutes. We're still in the range. We're still in the range. Okay, Tonya TKO, and I'm out. Love yourself enough to love yourself unconditionally. Wake up. Your life matters.